continue.
Hey there! It's us again!
Hello, you two. I'm so sorry, but if you're looking for the director, I'm afraid she still hasn't returned.
What? She still isn't back after 2 whole days?
Is that normal?
Not exactly, but it's not unheard of. The director is unpredictable sometimes. She's been known to disappear for up to 2 weeks.
Okay, well in that case, a couple of days isn't a huge deal. Hu Tao will be Hu Tao.
Hey, I spy traveler in a Paimon. Man, how long's it been? Happy Lantern Rite. Literally, it's been a year since the last Lantern Rite.
Oh, hey Gami!
I mean, it's a yearly thing. Happy Lantern Rite, Gaming.
So, what brings you here?
I gotta make a delivery to Chinya Vale. It works out nicely, because my dad's eager for me to get home for the holidays anyway, so two birds with one stone.
Hold on. A delivery from the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor to Chenyu Vale? Is this for the Feiyun Commerce Guild by any chance?
Wait, what? Have you been learning fortune telling or something? How could you know that?
No. We just ran into Singcho a couple of days ago, so he told us the news.
Ooh, you scared me there for a second. I thought we'd sprung a leak, and on the one job that we were specifically told has to be extremely hush-hush. But it sounds like you found out from another source, so we're all good. Mr. Undertaker, is everything ready to be loaded up? If so, I'll do a quick inventory count, and then we'll be on our way.
The goods are ready for inspection. This way, please.
Wait, Gaming! The last we heard, Baiju was still trying to figure out a way to help Singcho's great-grandfather. So, did it not work then?
Oh, the Baiju part is news to me. But anyway, the master from the Fane Commerce Guild said they just want to ship some items back home to get ahead of the situation. I guess they're hoping for the best and planning for the worst. So don't worry, there's still hope.
Ah, gotcha. Hey, Traveler, do you think we should go see Singcho?
Before you run off on a wild goose chase, Master Xingqiu is already back home in Chinya Vale. He and his brother made the trip together. Something about checking if any repairs are needed at the family home.
That doesn't sound promising.
Let's check in with Baiju.
He's sure to know what's going on.
Alright, well I'd better get moving. Next time, we're going for some dim sum. Baiju's right there.
Baiju, what are the chances? We were just about to go looking for you.
Most curious coincidence. He was searching for you, too.
I was indeed. Traveler, there's a situation I need your help with.
Has his lordship taken a turn for the worst?
No, his condition is stable for now. This is a different situation. It's about Chi-Chi.
Interesting.
Chi-Chi? What's wrong with her? Has she...
She still hasn't come back from her herb gathering trip. It was 2 days ago that she left, and
Huh.
she was supposed to return the same day.
Oh, maybe all the mountain climbing slowed her down. Or maybe she got bored of work and turned it into a vacation.
Given Chi-Chi's unique condition, we always make sure to write the agreed return time in her notebook.
There is also a rule in the notebook which says, no finding herbs, okay? Getting home late, not okay. But she's now already late, and still no sign of the herbs.
Yikes. Has this ever happened before?
Never. Hence our concern that something has happened to her. So we posted a commission at the Adventurers Guild yesterday.
But I've dealt with many adventurers in the past, and they don't always fill me with confidence. So I'm not comfortable leaving the search for Chi-Chi to them alone.
Neither am I. Just this morning, some adventurers were back already, saying they found the place where Chi-Chi went missing, but got spooked because it was haunted. Needless to say, they did not catch a glimpse of Chi-Chi herself.
In short, right now, you are the only person I feel I can trust completely.
Where did you send her to go herb gathering?
Wuwang Hill, in the Changsha Mountain Range.
Oh.
Chainsaw again, huh?
Indeed. It's looking increasingly likely that something untoward has happened up there. I saw 2 new patients yesterday. Their symptoms were identical to those present in Timaeus and his lordship.
We can discuss that later. Right now, we should go.
Finding Chi-Chi is the #1 priority right now. We'll update you as soon as we can.
Thank you both. I'm counting on you.
I really like voicing Changsheng. Changsheng's really fun to voice. Because their voice is very lispy. I get to go all in on the S's. which are so pronounced already. Except they work normally. Because S's are really pronounced, just in general, when you're speaking. It's because it's the highest pitched noise that the body creates by just pushing air through something. Because it's a completely percussive sound. It's not like actually trying to create a noise with like your actual
Is it
vocal
just
cords.
Paimon, or is this place creepier than ever?
Oh wow, yeah, it is.
I hope Chi-Chi's okay.
Pretty yeah. What? This is very much worse than normal. Okay, but yeah, we've been here before. She does so much damage now. Oh yeah. I'm trying to think. I don't think this is God's remains effects. It doesn't look the same. At least not from what I remember. Ah, fuck. I forgot she doesn't go up when you do that. I'm stuck. Ah. The S's, especially on one of these things,
Does that mean she's
on
been
a
good?
microphone, is always super loud. That's why there's these things called a de-esser, which a few of the I think like um, voice actors need to start using for a few of them because the S's are super strong. But I'm on a headset that's just directly connected to a fucking controller. I can't do that. Probably unlikely with Hu Tao.
Just what are they up to? Oh, Paimon's got it! They came here to go ghost hunting!
How do you sometimes simultaneously get smarter and dumber?
The people from the Adventurers Guild did say Wuwang Hill was haunted. Hu Tao knows all about ghosts, and Lan Yan's rattan figures have all those witness sigils on them. So she must know what she's doing too.
Then what happened to Chi Chi?
One second. Oh, okay. Here, Paimon out. Chi-Chi's a zombie, so her joints are stiff. That means she can't run too fast, and so she must have gotten kidnapped by a ghost.
A perfectly logical argument, but not very credible.
All right then.
Chi Chi, get your bitch ass over here.
Huh? What was that sound?
Huh?
Ghost incoming!
Yayla. Oh, no voicing either. Hold up, it's me.
Yelan, what are you doing here? We were told this place was haunted. Well, guess it kind of was, just not by ghosts apparently.
No, well, I mean, her being here is not haunted. If it was Ito, though, it would technically be haunted because he's an Oni. Any place he enters is technically haunted. That's right. I managed to scare off a few rookie adventurers, but looks like you're not so easy to spook. Anyway, don't go any further. There's danger up ahead.
We have to find Chi-Chi. She went missing around here, and she could be in danger.
I'm aware of the situation. My contacts in the Adventurers Guild filled me in. I found an herb gatherer's basket partway up the mountain, possibly belonging to Chi-Chi, but I don't think she's here anymore.
What makes you so sure?
Because I scoured this whole place looking for clues. That's how I know that the immediate area is safe, but beyond this point, I can't be sure. So you're here to look for Chi-Chi as well? No, I'm investigating the unknown disturbance here. About a month ago, the Ministry of Civil Affairs noticed an unusual spike in the number of elderly people seeking care in Qingxia village. Plus, they all seem to be suffering from an unknown illness.
Baju noticed that too. He's convinced that something's up in Qingxia village.
Actually, we discovered that the source of the problem isn't Qingxia village itself, but where we are now, Wuwang Hill. But the village isn't far from here, and the elderly residents are particularly vulnerable, which is why they've borne the brunt of it.
The plot thickens.
I'll bet Hu Tao and Lanyan know something.
Probably. If only we knew where the heck they've gone.
I might have some idea.
Really? So where are they?
Somewhere difficult to reach. For now, you should come with me. We need to speak with Ning Wang.
What? Why?
Don't act so surprised. I just shared top secret information with you. Surely you didn't think I would let you walk away. I'm kidding. Ning Wang is well aware of the situation with Director Hu, and everything I've seen suggests that Lanyan and Chi-Chi have ended up in the same place as her. Come on, Ning Wang will explain everything. Well, this is an odd one. I don't think I've ever had like issues during a lantern ride. But again, this is the third one I've ever done. I think second one I've done in full. I did the Gaming one, I think, almost in full. I think this will be the first time I've actually done it in like full. Where I've actually tried to do it and get everything. Cause I'm trying to think. I'm trying to remember if one of these was free. I think you had to pay for it. I would use this to tell if I fully did it or not. Cause I got this from finishing an event in full, this from finishing an event in full, this from finishing an event, this one. I got all these for finishing events in full, and you can tell I didn't do this one because I don't own Orchid's Evening Gown, even though I was here during it. I didn't fully do that one, and I wasn't here for this one at all. But yeah, I have those stuff, like that stuff, and now I have the newest one, which is Shenling's. But I don't think there's ever been, like, issues during, like, especially like this, during a lantern ride. In the past, I would have said no way. I mean, I'd be happy to join you, but I'm not about to tell my crew they won't get to go home for the festival this year. That all goes without saying, unlike what I hope you're going to say next. You shove away with words. All right, fine. It's a yes. The Gate of Fright, Guyonstone Forest. Yeah, I'll handle it. I knew I could count on the great Captain Beto to answer the call of duty. Save the compliments. Just make sure you pay my crew properly. It's Lantern Right, so they'll be expecting 5 times their usual rate. So the deal is sealed, and then the trap is sprung. They've got me now, so what about your share? How much will that rob me of? Oh, please. Firstly, no one can rob the TH1, not even me. And secondly, keep my share. It's my gift to you. Go buy yourself a new hairpin with it. She is the richest person in the freaking... I'm pretty sure she's the richest person in the entirety of Tevat on this entire continent. So I don't think she's definitely not strapped for Mora. She's literally the richest person. I'm pretty sure there was no one richer than her. It's hilarious. Saves me a trip to the market, right? Oh hey, Traveler and Paimon!
Ahoy there, Captain Beto!
Yeah, little Paimon. That bright-eyed enthusiasm, exactly what Ningguang needs. She's conscripting you, by the way. Got some real brag-breaking work lined up for you. What? Sorry, I gotta dash. See you around, folks. Oh yeah, and happy Lantern Ride. Meow, 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 meow. Yolande clearly knows me well. She brought you to here without me needing to say a word. Beta said you were conscripting us? Beta never passes on opportunity to wisecrack at my expense. She's not exactly wrong, though, is she? Traveler and Paimon have actually been there before. That makes them the perfect candidates.
Been where? Where's there?
I bet it's the border. I know you're looking for someone, and I don't want to waste your time, so I'll get right to the point. From what I understand, Director Hu Tao, Miss Chi-Chi, and Miss Lanyan are currently stranded inside the border.
Border?
The border? Yes.
That border?
Yes, that border. The border between life and death.
Whoa! When did you find out about the border? Wait, and how did you know we'd been there before?
Come on.
Right, literally your job to know that kind of stuff. Fair enough, good job.
How are you so sure they're at the border? Time is limited, so I can't go into full detail, but let me give you a brief bit of background on the current situation. 1 month ago, the Ministry of Civil Affairs became aware of an unusual illness affecting the elderly of Chingsha. A couple of weeks later, Director Hu came to report a potential disturbance in the border. The Ministry of Civil Affairs investigated, and sure enough, found an ominous presence on Wuwang Hill. Then, 3 days ago, Hu Tao came up to us again, this time to update us that she was now ready to go to the border and investigate the situation in full. We had agreed to meet again yesterday, but she failed to show up. That's when I sent Yelan to investigate further. Victor Hu's last known location was Wubong Hill. Same goes for Chi-Chi and Lanyan. I'm about 90% sure all three of them are stuck in the border.
Even Hu Tao can't get out? There must be something seriously wrong.
Now that you know the situation, are you willing to travel to the border and rescue Hu Tao and Company? Your prior experience exploring that realm makes you our best hope.
Of course! If our friends are in trouble, we'll help however we can. But there's one problem. Last time we went to the border, Hu Tao led the way. We don't know how to get there on our
I'm
own.
guessing Ning Wang already thought of that? You can seek assistance from the Conqueror of Demons at Wangshu Inn. He will show you the way. That makes sense. Shall make sense.
Xiao, of course!
Yelan was preparing to travel to the border herself before you two entered the picture, so naturally he has been briefed on the situation. Understood. We will head out right away. This rescue mission is of the utmost importance. Director Hu must be brought back safe and sound. Consider it done. Then I'll wait here for the good news. We got lucky. If I'd gone, I don't know what my chances would have been. But don't go putting your feet up just yet, Yelan. I'm afraid I have another mission for you. Yeah, I figured that might be the case. Situation. The gate array. We've now found the locations of the gates of life, concealment, fright, and injury. Is that right? Kuching and Ganyu are handling the gates of life and concealment, and Captain Beto has agreed to take the crux to guard the gate of fright. That leaves the gate of injury. I've racked my brains, and other than the conqueror of demons, I can't think of anyone more suited for this one than you. I see. It's in the chasm. That's right. As for the remaining four gates, we are working to calculate their positions based on what we know of the arrays so far. It shouldn't take long now. Yeah, okay, I understand. So these are all up for each of the, from each of the, uh, 8 adepts. Is that Yunjin? It shouldn't take long now. When I last saw Director Hu, she said that if worst comes to worst, activating the 7 and 8 gates array may be our only option. Oh, to activate it. Cool. But if you have doubts, I would like to hear them. I don't know much about this magic array, but doesn't it involve obfuscating one of the people involved? That is what troubles me too. Let's continue this discussion another time. Yo,
Xiao, you're already here!
it's you two? Where's Elon? There's been a change of plans. Do you have any idea how dangerous this mission is?
We'll be fine! Danger's never stopped the traveler before, has it?
The border between life and death is a treacherous place at the best of times, and the recent disturbances will make it more so. You'll face great peril at every step of the way. There are people stranded there. We have to get them back.
Exactly! Plus, we made a promise to Ningguang.
Please, go back and tell them to send Elon instead.
Are we not good enough?
I would feel more comfortable sending Elon. She is privy to a secret art practiced by her clan. Plus, she has extensive experience in battle, if anything was to happen.
Oh, so you're just worried for her safety. Wait, but she has extensive experience in battle too.
Arguably more than Elon. He just really
Is
doesn't
that
want to.
thing?
We promised Zhongli we would go.
What do you... Oh, he said we better get Hood...
Your attempts to mislead me are futile. That coin is clearly a counterfeit. It carries only the symbol in Rex Lapis and none of his power.
Drat!
What's worrying you, Shao? I fear the bad karma I carry would only disturb the border further, so while I can show you to the entrance, I cannot venture inside with you.
Oh, so that's what this is about? You're worried that you won't be able to rescue us if something bad happens, huh? I can understand, but still...
I'm not the one you should be worried about.
Right! Hu Tao understands the border better than anyone. Without her, no one has a clue how to handle this situation.
Plus, we've been there before.
That makes us the second most experienced border goers after Hu Tao.
Dare to trust us? Very well, then hold tight. Eevee is going to be an animation. Maybe. Nope, never mind.
Whoa, that was fast.
The border should be nearby.
So, do you know the spell to open the border?
No, balancing the forces of life and death has always been the Wangsheng funeral parlor's domain. I am not familiar with their craft, but since the border has been disrupted, Feder is leaking out. We simply need to find where the leak is. That will be your entrance. Evil conquering!
That was amazing.
With my adeptus perception, I can sense the presence of the abnormal. Whether it's Fetter or not, we shall see soon enough. Yippee! Oh, cool. Oh, and yes, again, we did get to do this again. Yes, we have permanent. We have permanent ult. Permanent ult Shao. Let's fucking go. 100%. Nah, I thought they were gonna do that shit again. The fucking 100% Sino bullshit that I saw when I first had him in one of these. It was so fucking weird to open this up and see 101% fucking crit rate. I forget that each of his individual stacks of his skill have to reset individually. I never get to use characters that have multiple, so I always forget that that's how it works. It's a kind of unrealistic Shao expectation, but honestly, who really cares?
Looks like it
This
was
is the
better we
place.
saw back there after all.
As I said earlier, this is as far as I can accompany you. Why risk be doing more harm than good? You'll be on your own from here. Don't worry, we'll be okay. Lean your head in for a second. Uh, uh let me see. Kavuru Daka, huh? Huh?
Huh? What did you do?
I placed a witness sigil on your forehead so you can share my powers of perception. Now you'll be able to see the fetter. There's no knowing what things are like in there, but hopefully this will help. When you find them, call my name. I will open a passage and pull you out.
Thanks, Shao. You've thought of everything.
Back in a jiffy. Be extremely careful. No problemo, my friend. Why are there... Bro. Come on. Yeah, I'm just gonna use my Lanyan team that I built just out of nowhere. It's all 4 stars, which is nice. From the 3 people who are trapped. Ah, yes. The border of life and death, a place I literally haven't been in almost 4 years.
Paimon kinda recognizes this place from last time, but something feels different.
Yeah, it seems very disturbed. Ooh, what's this? What the heck? Oh, cool. Cool, and I can do that to actually see the fetter. That's cool. I like that. Yeah, she functions so well as a DPS. She's definitely not meant to be used as a,
Paimon here. Should we jump down? Isn't that how we did it last time?
Yeah, it seems so. But yeah, because her trying to use her shield, her as a shielder just doesn't feel right to me because her shield does not have infinite uptime. If a shield doesn't have any way of being infinite uptime at all, it just doesn't make sense to me to try and use them as a like actual proper shielder, like Zhongli or a few other characters like that have like break even on shield duration. Then you have characters who do it through specific combos, like what's his name? My brain's not working. Toma, and then you have characters who's just have beyond infinite,
We're nearly at the
like
end,
Zhongli.
right? How come we still haven't found them yet? Also, it's kinda hard to tell that there's been a huge disaster here. It
There's a
seems
tree.
just as serene as last time. Maybe try using Xiao's ability.
I mean, if there are hilly chills here, then it's definitely not in a good state. Because I mean, like this is the border of life and death, and these are infinitely reincarnating creatures due to the power of death. You know, the ruler of death.
Hey, that's one of Madame Wan's rattan figures. It just ran away. Let's go after it.
Where'd it go? I didn't see where it went. What? Huh? Where the... Oh, it's all the way over here.
The rattan figure is covered in feather. How did that happen? Let's see if there are any more.
Okay, so I gotta get, like, some of these pillars or, like, have stuff in them. Okay, I can only break it while I see it. Good to know. I can't climb in here.
Why would Madame Wan leave her rattan figures here? It's like she's using them to cast some sort of spell. Well, if there's two, Paimon bets there's gotta be more.
I like how if they end up in a spot that you can't actually see, it'll actually, like, try and show you. Or at least when they stand still. Or if they stand still and you have to interact with them, it'll actually show you. Animation this time? Nope. There's no animation cutscenes for this so far. Probably only going to be one, I imagine, the one at the very end. So, is this tree, Tudo? Or Taudu? Oh, hello. Okay, hello.
Ah! What's going on? Where is this? Oh, is this what the border actually looks like now? It's horrific. Get ready to jump again.
Hello, precious chest. I'm gonna guess you give no Primo Gems. No, you actually do! Huh. It actually gives Primos. Cool. The common chest didn't. Oh, yeah, it's not in a good state. I'm sleepy. Don't fall asleep, Chi-Chi. You've already absorbed too much fetter. If you fall asleep, you'll never wake up again. But so
Focus on my
sleepy.
voice, Chi-Chi. You are not feeling sleepy. You are the most awake person in the whole world. Even if everyone else falls asleep, you are going to stay wide awake.
Whole world asleep. Chi-Chi awake. That was impressive. I didn't know hypnoticism worked in reverse.
Even so, it doesn't really solve anything.
Hang in there. I'm close to figuring out how to get to the exit. Want to close my eyes and dream.
Fight it, Chi-Chi. Fight it.
A dream, huh? Alright, Chi-Chi, let me help you with that. Now listen closely. This is how your dream is going to go. Picking herbs in the blazing sun, Chi-Chi wipes her brow. Picking herbs, Chi-Chi. She finds a temple on a hill and goes to seek the Tao. Temple on the hill. An old priest greets her at the door. Surprise, her name's Hu Tao. Hu Tao? She grabs young Chi-Chi with both hands and buries her deep underground. But Rex Lapis, she'll never be found. No, no, don't bury me. Help. No, wide awake with fright. That's a good one.
Drat! Hu Tao, we've got a problem. Somehow they've broken through my illusion.
The monsters, you mean?
Don't be afraid, Chi-Chi. We'll protect you.
Hotel, Madame Ron, Chi-Chi! Oh, thank goodness we finally found you.
What the? Oh, so it was you guys. Traveler, Paimon?
You frightened me for a second. I thought my illusion had been undone by a bunch of monsters. How did you find this place?
Let me guess. The Tianchuan sent you? I knew she'd act if I missed our meeting.
Wow, so Hotel really planned ahead. She knew someone would come after her.
It's dangerous here. Time to get out.
It's not as simple as that. This place is changing constantly. Director Hu has found the exit plenty of times, but it would always close before we can get to it.
Don't worry, we've got you covered.
A lattice! You found them? Oh, the Conqueror of Demons is coming? Why, thank you. No need. I'll open the passage now. A lattice! Monsters.
Drat! They must have sensed the new way out.
Let them come. It's their funeral, courtesy of Director Hu. This'll take me a minute or so. Oh, Hu Tao. Hello. Oh, hell yeah. Why did they have to put them around here? Can y'all come upwards, please? Hello? Come on. See. God, why can't they let me use my own characters? Seriously. I'm not kidding. Let me use my own characters for once. I hate this stupid forcefully give you trial stuff. And of course they give me Traveler. My Traveler is not built!
Told you we'd be fine.
I'm glad you made it out.
Excuse me, sir, but are you the legendary conqueror of demons?
You may spare the formalities. Is everyone okay? We're alright, but Chi-Chi absorbed a little too much Fetter. Start from the beginning. What exactly happened? I was picking herbs. Then I saw a hole. I tried to block the hole, but instead, I fell in.
There's clearly something special about Chi-Chi. If I'd absorbed that much Fetter, I don't think I'd still be around to tell the
Yeah,
tale.
'cause she's been in there like for like 3 or 4 days. Chi-Chi's condition is certainly unique, but regardless, it was still a risky call.
Well then, let's get her to the pharmacy, shall we?
I'll take her. Your work is still not done, so you should return to Yujing Terrace.
Oh, true. We shouldn't keep Ningguang waiting any longer. She's probably as stressed as a slime in a hot spring by this point, right?
I highly doubt it.
Okay, well, we can discuss that later. Let's just head back.
So what type of slime is stressed in a hot spring? Like what? Do they eventually... Does the heat cause them to dissolve in the water? That'd be pretty interesting, but I feel like it wouldn't work on specific times. I don't know. I'm thinking too hard about the anatomy of Genshin enemies and how it affects them. Considering they're, well, I guess technically speaking, hot water is a very dangerous reaction, which is why it hurts people, which makes sense. Very hot water is vaporize. I mean, that's how we were able to tell between good and bad Noctilucous Jade during the main quest.
Ningguang! We got everyone back safely!
Impressive work, Traveler. You were even quicker than I expected.
Paimon thought you'd be super anxious having to wait for us here at Yujing Terrace, but you seem as calm as ever.
See, and you thought she'd be hopping around like a slime. If I can't trust you, then I really don't know who I can turn to. My apologies, Lady Tianchuan. I promise I'm not usually late for appointments, let alone by a whole day. Hope you can understand. No apology necessary, Director Who. It was my mistake letting you go to the border by yourself. Don't see that. Even I didn't think the situation would get this bad. How bad is this bad? I'd like to know, too, how dangerous is the situation we face, and how does it compare to previous cases? Way worse. Like, way, way worse.
Huh? So this isn't the first time? I've never heard of this happening before.
Well, don't forget, the border isn't part of the natural landscape. It's more like an old house that's gradually falling apart. So it requires maintenance every once in a while, sometimes for every few centuries, sometimes every other decade or so. And of course, that is the responsibility of the Wangsheng funeral parlor. In the past, though, the worst it got was a few small feather leaks. That's an easy fix with our secret art. It burns it all away with no problem. But this time is different. Inside the border, it's like the whole world has been turned upside down. Do you have any idea what the cause might be? Not so far, no. Maybe it's the abyss? I doubt it. I haven't found any traces of abyssal activity.
You're thinking about Natlan, right? It did feel kind of similar, but not exactly the same. Is Leela's border anything like the Night Kingdom in Natlan?
Ah, yes, I've heard a little bit about the crisis there, but as far as I can understand, the Night Kingdom is a true realm of the dead, while the border is more of a boundary world between life and death. Yep, it's a demarcation line. Life on side, death on the other. So if the border fails, souls will pour out, and the whole thing becomes a chaotic mix of life and death, just like what happened all those millennia ago.
No wonder so many people have been aging faster than normal.
It's a symptom of death encroaching on the world of the
Then
living.
what should we do now?
Burning away the fetter won't do any good, because the issue is the border itself. Lady Tianchuan, any progress on the 7 and 8 gates method I mentioned last time? Yes, we've deduced that the location of the 4 gates, and we should be able to pinpoint the rest of the array before long. Well, already, the Tianchuan doesn't mess around. Several strokes of luck were involved. Our nation is blessed with good
Wait
fortune.
a second. That gates method you mentioned. Are you talking about the one from the sanctification of Tao Du?
That's the one. You've seen the state of the border. I can't think of any other way to fix it besides a complete do-over.
Do-over? You mean make a whole new border?
No, not the whole border, just the part that's been giving us grief, which is just as well reconstructing the whole thing would be much more difficult. What is this 7 and 8 gates method? The 8 gates refer to 8 key nodes in Leo's ley lines: life, death, repose, concealment, initiation, terrain, fright, and injury. They can be used to direct the ley line's energy.
And the seven?
That's the requirement for activating the array. The array master will select one gate from the 8 to subdue the evil, cutting off its exit path by using the ley line's power to obfuscate
What
themselves.
do you mean obfuscate?
As in, disappear from the ley lines completely, never to be seen again, taking the banished evil along with them.
So someone has to die for this to work?
Now, don't worry. That's the traditional interpretation. People just assume that because the lone butterfly sacrificed herself. Let's not forget, they were purifying a whole god. As bad as things are now, it's still a far cry from what they had to deal with. Besides, the border isn't completely ruined, so we're only fixing one part of it. If you ask me, as long as the array master can withstand a huge blast of fetter, they'll be just fine. You have any proof to back up the statement, Director Who? My proof is that I know the most about life and death out of anybody here, unless anyone wants to dispute that. No, not the funeral parlor director. No one? Okay, good. Looks like we're all in agreement. In that case, we can plan our next steps as soon as the Tianchuan has found the remaining 4 gates. Director Who? Something you add, Lady Tianchuan? No, there's something else I'd like to ask about, but but it might not be my place to do so. If you do not wish to answer, then please pretend I never said anything. Sure, what is it? Do you believe that today's border crisis could have anything to do with the Wuwang Hill disaster from over a decade ago?
Huh? There was a disaster at Wuwang Hill? What happened?
Some sort of natural disaster, wasn't it? There used to be a village there, but then there was a flood or something. It took a lot of lives, and all the survivors moved away. But that doesn't explain how Wuwang Hill became the dark and gloomy place it is today. Maybe there was more to it.
No, Lady Tianchuan, I don't think these two events are related. Excellent. Well, that puts my mind at ease. Everyone, let's meet here again in 2 days. We should know the location of all the gates by then. Alright, well, I've still got a lot of preparations to make, so I'll be heading back to the funeral parlor now.
Sounds Sounds good. If we're all done here, I'd better get going too.
Wait, Lan Yan. Paimon meant to ask, how did you know where to find Hu Tao? Did you already know something was wrong with the border?
Oh, that. Yeah, I definitely owe you an explanation. Why don't you meet me at the Adventurers Guild later? I just need to write a letter to my family first. I want to let them know I'm fine. And I also have some questions I want to ask them.
Alright, then we'll see you at the Adventurers Guild.
One thing I wish is that you could use her ability midair. I wish she had something to do with gliding, but she doesn't. It's kind of weird. I don't know why. You'd think she'd get some like more special movement ability, but no. Her ability can't even be used midair.
Traveler! Paimon! Over here! Perfect timing. I literally just posted my letter. Anyway, back to your question. Let me guess. You're probably thinking I predicted the border crisis with some kind of mysterious magic.
Well, yeah. Aren't the Lons of Chen Yu Vale all experts at Chiman divination or something?
No, that's simply not true. Yes, the Chiman arts have been practiced in my clan for many generations. And yes, Windreader is listed as one of our ancestors in the genealogy, but my family are only distant relatives. We branched off from the main family line long ago. By my grandpa's generation, the only Chiman he knew was a few parlor tricks. Put it like this. My grandpa makes a living telling fortunes in Yilong Wharf. But I'm making more than him just selling my handmade arts and crafts.
Huh. So why exactly did you come to look for Hu Tao?
Because Grandpa's readings have gone sideways recently. The romance and career fortunes are doing okay. But when it comes to longevity, everyone's readings suddenly saying they only have a few years left to live. It gave Grandpa quite a fright. Fearing backlash from his clients, he closed shop and shut himself away at home, trying to divine an answer to the strange readings. But after days and nights of divination, the only clue he got was Wangshang Funeral Parlor. Right around that time, I happened to receive an invitation from the Ministry of Civil Affairs to organize a street fair. So I figured I might as well drop by the funeral parlor to see what Director Who might know about all this.
Oh. Wait, so your grandpa's divinations were correct all along, weren't they? The longevity readings were affected by the border crisis, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was the answer, because they could fix it.
It's certainly looking that way. Apparently every soul in Liyue is now living under the creeping shadow of death. But so far, we are the only ones in the know.
I have another question. What's the deal with the Rattan figure?
Wait, that's the one I left at Miss Ying Art Shop. It's actually a product of genuine Chiman art. It's engraved with an exorcism sigil to absorb inauspicious energy in their
Ah,
own
so we knew it.
space, so they won't come to harm. I had no idea you'd been holding on to it all this time. I guess it was meant to be. You're more than welcome to keep it if you like. When I
Sure.
first arrived at Liyue Harbor, I passed by a large house and felt a chill go down my spine. So I made a rattan figure and gave it to the young master there. Later on, I also sensed something similar around Timaeus, so I made another one and left it at Scent of Spring. Then I followed Director Hu to Wuwang Hill, only to find she disappeared without a trace. While I was searching the area, I found Miss Chi-Chi. She was stuck in some kind of crevice, and she seemed to be blocking something from coming through. When I tried to pull her out, we both got pulled into a cold, dark place, which I soon discovered was the border. We wandered around aimlessly for a while, until we ran into Director Hu. She'd lit some incense, and was burning Feder left and right with a flaming staff. But there was just too much. There was no way she could hope to get rid of it all. Worse still, the Feder blocked off the way we'd come in, trapping us inside. Thank goodness you came to our rescue.
Oh,
Whew,
it's
what
a
an
good thing we have Shao.
ordeal. Still, your family sounds more impressive than you let on. Didn't you use some kind of illusion magic in the border?
Yes. Actually, that and the rattan figures are things I learned from one of my cousins in the main branch of my family. She's been practicing the Chiman art since she was little. She's also the one I posed some questions to in my letter back home.
Questions about the 7 and 8 gates method?
Wow! Good guess. Yes, I want to know for sure whether sacrificing one of the participants is a necessary part of the method or not. I figured she might know.
Huh? But Hotel already told us it won't come to that. She said we just need to make sure the person can withstand a strong blast of fetter.
I certainly hope that's true, but I can't help but feel uneasy about it. I haven't known Director Who for long, but I get the sense that she prefers to keep the truth bottled up sometimes. Sure, she talks a lot, and isn't afraid to broach dark and uncomfortable topics, but she really hasn't said much in the way of her own private thoughts. It's like she's already got a plan, and is keeping it to herself.
You mean, you think she lied to us?
I wouldn't call it lying per se, but remember when the Tianquan asked about the incident at Wuwang Hill from a decade ago?
Yep. Hotel said that it doesn't have anything to do with what's happening now. Are you saying they actually are related?
Do you know anything about what happened back then, Lanyan?
I just heard that there was a flood. But given everything that's going on, I think it likely had to do with the border as well. That would at least explain the strange weather going on at Wuwang Hill. I remember my cousin saying that around that time, the Wangsheng funeral parlor set up an altar on top of the hill. I just assumed it was for a funeral. But now, I can't help but wonder if it was some sort of ritual to try and fix the border.
Maybe it was from her demo?
The ceremony was hosted jointly by two former directors of the Wangsheng funeral parlor, namely Hu Tao's father and grandfather.
Whoa, really? Hotel's never mentioned her dad to us before. How strange. So you think there's more to the story, huh?
Yeah, but since she brushed it aside when the Tianquan asked her about it, I don't see how I can broach the topic. I've only known her for a few days.
I guess we should go talk to Hu Tao ourselves.
You think we should ask her about it? But she's never opened up to us about family stuff before. What if she shuts us out?
Then that's her choice. All we can do is try.
All right, let's go find her and take it from there.
Okay, oh. Hold on. I can't take screenshots because I'm recording. Fuck. Damn it. It's tradition for me. I have to do it. Fuck. I have to take a screenshot when I have a character that's also in the overworld. Oh.
Hotel!
Traveler Paimon, what's up? We haven't spoken in 5 minutes and you're missing me already?
Yep, so we thought we'd come hang out with you. What were you looking at just now?
Something so amazing you wouldn't believe it. But I'm not showing you. Why? Is it a secret photo of me? Seriously though, you probably shouldn't joke about that. You don't want to jinx it. Jinx it how? Well, the people in this picture keep appearing in my dreams lately, and none of them are around anymore. So keeping you out of the picture is probably for the best. Alright, I'll quit joking now. Here, take a look.
Wait, are they?
Oh, and it's her two parents. Or her parent and grandparent. Hmm? What? No, I'm recording. Yes, my dad and my grandpa. Without this picture, I'd probably have forgotten what my dad looked like by now. When he passed, I was still too young to understand what was going on. Everything I know about my dad, I learned from my grandpa. So, what happened to him? There was a border incident on Muwang Hill about a dozen years ago. My dad tried using the art of Homa to burn away the fetter, but he slipped up and suffered a lethal exposure to it. He died on the spot.
That's awful. So, is that what made Wuwang Hill the way it is today?
Yep, his mistake didn't just cost him his own life, it took most of the village out. and left lasting changes on Wu Wong itself. Thankfully, my grandpa managed to deal with the fallout, but that's not to say he escaped unscathed. He didn't even make it to 60 before he passed. So your grandpa was affected by the incident with your dad? Well, he never admitted it, of course, but given how fit and healthy he was before that, I would have expected him to have a few more years in him.
Sounds like you blame your dad for all this.
How could I not? It would be one thing if he was just a spoiled brat who never amounted to anything, but he was a genius. He was and still is the best spellcaster in our family for generations. Grandpa always called me gifted for mastering the Wangsheng arts by the age of 8. By the time my dad was 8, he was already hosting rituals and incinerating Feder all by himself. Fixing the border crisis would have been a piece of cake for him, and he messed up. Who else is there to blame if not him?
But maybe the question is, why did he mess up?
Because he was an unworthy director. Every past director has burned away all of their belongings when they pass on, leaving at most one or two items behind. My grandpa, for example, left only his hat behind, but my dad left a whole pile of stuff, including this meaningless picture.
Doesn't that show how much he cared?
No, all it shows is that he was unable to let go, and the fact that he couldn't let go is precisely why he failed during that ritual. He was too attached to his aging father, his young daughter, and the world where we are all together. That's why he hesitated in that final moment, because he was afraid to die. He lost focus, and death won, taking his life and many others. In this line of work, we know better than anyone how hard letting go can be. We see it all the time, but as funeral directors, it's the one thing we cannot allow ourselves to fall victim to. Like Grandpa always said, we should live in life and die in death. That's the whole basis of the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor's existence. Unfortunately, with my dad, these teachings went one ear and out the other. He really let everyone
You
down.
don't need to be so hard on him. Sure, he made a mistake, but he can't have meant for things to turn out this way.
You're missing the point, my little Paimon. It's precisely because he's my dad that I chose not to hold back. There isn't a father in the world who would disapprove of their daughter being outspoken, because a father's biggest fear is that once he's not around anymore, his daughter will never get to be that carefree, sassy little kid ever again. So I'm going to keep talking trash about him all I want, and on the off chance he ever overhears me, I know he'll take some comfort knowing that I never stopped just being myself and living my life my way. Anyway, so that's a brief history of Wulong Hill for you. Anything else on the agenda? Thank you for being so open with us. Did you think I'd hide it from you? Nah, we're better buds than that. Plus, you did just rescue me from the border, so I owe you big time. Answering your questions seems like the least I can do.
Alright, in that case, Paimon has one last question. Earlier, you said that no one will have to die when the array is activated. Is that the truth?
Yes, in my highly professional opinion, yes.
Okay.
Try not to dwell too much on all this stuff, okay? There are still 2 days to go, so check out the street fair and enjoy yourself. You said it yourself, remember? Gotta keep a reasonable work-life balance. I'll see you at Eugene Terrace in 2 days. This time we're gonna turn death to ashes. Nice. Shorter than the other one. Kind of. Honestly, it's hard to tell considering, you know. Let me do something real quick. Where is she? It's crazy just how different these two outfits are. It feels like two completely different characters. Like, it's insane that they're just so different. Like, even the hair is, like, a good bit different. Like, her hair is even curlier. It's also the fact that one is black and the other is white with red accents. Instead of black with brown accents and a single bit of red. Or it's like black with, like, goldish brown and a little bit of white, and then a small bit of red for the undershirt. But this outfit is mainly white with red and black accents, with still a bit of gold on it in there as well. It's like, it's such a good outfit. Now that as I've gotten more used to looking at it, this is a good outfit. This is a good skin. It's a really good skin.